and welcome to my Flosstube channel. Welcome back if you're a returning visitor, and welcome if you're a new visitor. This channel is almost totally about my cross-stitch projects, mostly full coverage. So this will be put together at the end of August. Today's the 15th of August, and this is the project that I've been working on so far. It is Trick or Treat. The artist is Randall Spangler, and it's a chart from Heaven and Earth Designs. So I've been working on this one for a while now, and following my finish of Eternal Promise, this one now shares a 2-week slot in the rotation. So basically it gets the first 2 weeks of every other month, and it got 2 weeks this month because I wanted to make sure I worked on it in October. So what have I done? Last time I was working across, and I was going to work across the pages and come down, but because I didn't want to be focused too much on page finishes. But then I had some custom stickers made for my cross-stitch journal that says page finish. So now I'm working in pages again. So I had, this one is page 5 here, and I had it mostly done. I was probably down to that, probably done that back, but hadn't done all the blue around it. So first thing I did in the first week was finish page 5. Let's zoom in a bit. So there's a lot of different, several different colours, shades of blue in the sky. There's one of these little stone pediment kitties. There's one over here on a previous page. So it was just the very tops that were in this page. I go down into the page underneath. That's because I use Pattern Keeper now. So it kind of stitches all of the pages together as one giant pattern that you can work from on an Android device. So that kind of lets me pull the stitches down into the page below and across into the page next to it, so that you avoid any lines at all. So after I'd finished page 5, I came over to page 6. I had the leaves done already, so again it was just this kind of blocks of blue and the yellows and odd orangey colour, kind of a tan orange. So I started working through the moon, and here we've got another bat in the moon and part of the witch. So just her arm and her broomstick, and that was all that was there. As you can see, it's going through into page 7. So I was really happy with that. Over the 2 weeks I stitched over 7,000 stitches, which I'm really happy with. And in October I come back and I'll start to work on this side of the moon. Finishing off, well, not finish off the witch because she goes down into the page underneath, but get the top part of the witch done. And I think there might be more of these branches, possibly a few leaves in the page, and that'll slow the pace down because there's so many colour changes in those sections. But on the whole, I'm really pleased with my progress. I've got 2 whole pages and a partial page to go to finish the row, and I've already made a start on them as well, so who knows, I might be able to get the row finished this year. That would be great if I can do. This is a massive chart. It's, including the partial page, it's 10 pages wide and 90 pages in total, so there's a long way to go. But I kind of put it onto gave it 2 weeks every other month because I really do want to see some progress on it. It's a really lovely picture, and those blues, I like stitching blues. So next for me in the rotation I was going to work on a Mirabilia for 3 days, but it's the weekend and I like to work on more full coverage pieces at the weekend because I can get a lot of time stitching on them. So I'm going to also pull out the piece that will be my next full week rotation, which is Unicorn. The artwork's by Lorna Lane and it's a kit from Gecko Rouge. And I'm going to put some time in on that over the weekend. I'm going to have a think about how I deal with these extra days in the rotation. Whether I use it for something like a Mirabilia or whether I use Friday evenings for Mirabilias. I need to think about it and see what I'm happy doing. But at the moment I want to work on the Unicorn. So that's what I'm going to work on. And I'll be back with an update on that when I get to the end of that week. So bye for now. Hello again, it's the 25th of August and I'm just about to switch over the rotation. Wind's catching the door, it's quite windy around here today, so breeze blowing through, getting some fresh air through the house. Right, so yes, sorry, progress on Unicorn by Lorna Lane. The kit is from Gecko Rouge. And when I started it, I just got this top bit done, so I've done this bit during the rotation. I think the bottom of the page is down here, but it's actually 2 pages because it's like a small partial page here. So it's kind of full coverage, but not because you've got these frilly bits around the edges of the frame. So I've not been using it in any of the full coverage fanatics challenges or anything like that. So I started this last year. I think I started it when I was getting all the decorating done and stuff. I remember working on it during the decorating being done. So, train of thought's gone. December I'd finished this bit and obviously finished Eternal Promise, rotation changes. This was one of the ones that got added onto the rotation, so this just gets a week every 3rd month. This one comes out, so that's it for this month. I actually spent 6 days on it and I stitched nearly 4,000 stitches, not quite 4,000. It's one of these deceptive looking ones, although you can kind of tell there's a lot of confetti in the frame, made easier by using Pattern Keeper. I mean, it's really sped me up being able to use that. Then you kind of got some nice, not big blocks, but nice small blocks in this background, and then obviously lots more colour changes in the unicorn's mane. I think it's just the side of its head, that's his ear. That is the unicorn's ear, and obviously you've got these flowers coming in as well, so there's a lot of colour changes in it. It's quite deceptive. The frame is the bit where it's really heavy confetti, the other bit's moderate and it's fine, you can just breeze through it. But unlike Trick or Treat, I got so much done on that this month. I did spend 2 weeks on that, but there's a few colour changes, so I got a lot more done. So this is kind of one of those nice fiddly ones. And I'm now about to switch the rotation again, and it's on to a stitch in time, which is one that I stitch for a week every month. And obviously that one's full of confetti, so I'm going from moderate confetti into full-on confetti. So yeah, I'll be back in a week to update you. I did finish another page on Death by Cross Stitch, but that lives upstairs in my craft room, so when I've stitched on that, let's see, the last day of August is actually a bank holiday here in the UK, so I'll be stitching on that in the morning, so I'll do an update to go with the month end update. So I've got 3 more sessions on that. I've finished page 14, so I can now crack on with page 15, which is the penultimate page. So that's quite exciting there. And yeah, there's a small that I've been working on as well that I started this month. So I'll show you that as well later. I'll do all those three at the end. Oh, and I'll have Faces of Fairy as well. So quite a bit for you to look forward to. So I'll either record 1 or 2 more updates before this goes up. So see you soon. Bye bye. Hello everyone. I'm back again. It's the 31st of August today, so I am on the last day of August rotation. So, update. It's not got a lot done on Faces of Fairy this month. Not as much as I would have liked to. Just bringing things down, so bit of an eyeshadow, eyelashes in, and filled in some of the skin that's coming down between bits of hair, and there's just not been a lot of time to spend on her this month. Been very, very busy for work, and I've just been working longer hours than normal. It's kind of looking like we're not going to be going back to the office until the new year, and not expecting to have us in before Christmas. So I'm happy with that, because that means my travel time to work is now spent sewing. Not on any of these. I'll show you the one that I've been doing when I film the rest of today's stitching tomorrow. It makes sense to me in my head. I'll show you what I've been working on. And kind of goes into a bit of September plans as well. So yeah, I get that time, and it's obviously time during lunch hours, some bits of stitching. And then when I do go home from work, obviously, I just need to step into another room and I'm home. So there's a bit extra time gained back, kind of balances the bit extra that I'm doing, but hopefully that'll all die down a bit now. For a little while, there's other stuff in the pipeline that will just be more work, so, but can't complain. Got a lot of work to do. It's good to be occupied at work, and it helps those hours fly by, and it helps pay for the cross stitch. So yeah, so Faces of Fairy, bit disappointed with how much I got done on her. I think it was only about 1,000 stitches altogether across the month. I don't know how September's going to play out for her. I've got a week off work, staying at home, but I'll be staying with my sewing. So I'll be able to do more sewing. I just don't really have any time planned in for her. So I'll update if there's any progress on her next month, but she might just come out in the videos every couple of months. But I have made more progress on Death by Cross Stitch. Let's tilt the frame a bit. There we go. So I finished page 14, which was my goal for the month. And the last couple of days I made a start on page 15. I say the last couple of days, it was going to be Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Did I say it's bank holiday here today? It's a bank holiday here today. So it's Monday, but I'm doing a weekend stitching type rotation. So I have been working on making a start on page 15. So this is the top. We've got this medallion in a box. I've been bringing this border down. I've still got to bring this bit down. That's all part of page 15. And we've got to come there. And this has got the date in it. And I'm going to put 2020 in. I've only got page 16 to do after this. So I'm fairly confident I should be able to get it finished this year. But regardless of that, 2020 has been such a significant year that I really do want to mark it in some way, and it will be using Death by Cross Stitch, which is quite fun. There's no time to stitch Pandemic as well. I've got Pandemic to do. It's not in my immediate future. I think it's meant to be about as big as this one, so I'd have to work out how I was going to do it. But yes, page 15. Now, this kind of goes into plans for September, but obviously September is Sampler September, and this is a sampler, and I have a week off work. Time off work means weekend stitching schedules. So I'm going to have 5 extra mornings working on this. So I think the goal that I set myself for this month was to kind of get this top section finished on page 15. It's 4 months left to the year. If I can do a section each month, that would be really good, because that would be finished in December. But I've got 5 extra days. So I would actually like to get the whole page finished. I don't know how easy that's going to be. This one isn't a solid block, there's a lot of stitching in it. The pattern says that hasn't got any fill in, but all the others have got like these little backstitch crosses in them. So I might go back and add that on later. So there's that medallion. These borders aren't too bad. I actually really enjoy working the acorn border. There's this big flower, thistle flower, that kind of zigzags its way down to a certain point. This block is solid, so it's like this where it's negative. So that's got a fairly hefty stitching and the dreaded 2-stitch border, which I should be able to get through, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get it done this month. I might not be able to get the whole page finished, but I think I should be able to get a very good chunk of it done. So, yay, Sampler September, working on this. And also my morning stitch is a sampler. I spend about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes on it each morning. I'm on an eyelet alphabet, and that takes forever. Wow, that's hard work. I'll show you it when I do the update tomorrow. And I've also got Mary Clayton that I started a while ago from Hands Across the Sea. So I kind of just suddenly realised while I was stitching up here, watching a bit of Flosstube this morning, working away on this, I think I could work on a sampler every day in September, because this sampler, strawberry sampler, which is not going to get done anytime soon because of that alphabet, and I could do Mary Clayton some mornings. So I'm going to see if I can do that. I might not be able to, but you've got to set the goals in order to achieve them, so I'm going to try. So I'm going to leave you here for now. It's getting there. It's so nearly done, and I do have some other samplers lined up for when this is done. Not monochromatic ones. I've got, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's from the Scarlet House, but I can't remember which one it is. I got it fairly recently, and I had decided that it was going to be my treat for when I get this finished. Although I might finish off May Clayton, because I don't like having too many started and not finished and not getting worked on. Mary Clayton is quite small. So yeah, that's it for me for now. Time to grab some lunch, and then a few bits and pieces. Chores never go away, even during bank holidays. A few bits and pieces, and then it's the last day on the stitching time, and I've got a lot done on that this month. I think I set my goal at 3,000 stitches, and I'm over that already. We'll see. Might be able to get 4,000 done. That would be good, but still not going to finish the page. So we'll hold off celebrating too much on that. Oh, but the other thing I am celebrating is finally had my window replaced in this room. It was the last window that we were waiting for since the end of last year, and it's in now. So yeah, this craft room is finished. It's in need of a tidy up, but then craft rooms always are. And yeah, it's really nice to be able to sit up here at weekends in the mornings. Weekend mornings, do my stitching, planning, watching some Flosstube. So yeah, I'm waffling now. I'll see you later. Bye for now. Hello, it's Tuesday the 1st of September. I'd normally sit in this chair to do my update, but as you can see, it's occupied and he's not giving it up for anyone. So I'll just stand awkwardly and do the update video. If you hear a noise, it's him, or me screaming because he's just patted me on the back of the leg. So where am I? This is Strawberry Sampler. I started it this month, and yeah, it's a little sampler. Got some strawberries on the top, or berries on the top. Then normal cross stitch letters and numbers. Let's go in here. Focus. We're going to focus. Yeah, smyrna crosses. A couple of bands. No, there's a cross stitch. Smyrna crosses. I started another smyrna cross, band, and an eyelet alphabet. I stitch on this for about half an hour each morning before I just get on with my work, and each letter's taken 2 mornings. Okay, so I've done 1.5 letters and that took 3 mornings, so it's going to take a little while. So this morning I didn't do this. This morning I picked up Mary Clayton, so I'm going to switch between this and Mary Clayton in the mornings, just because it's Sampler September today. I want to get those done, and I need a break from doing that many eyelets. It's not too bad, it just takes for ages. And all the way over here we go. This is where I got to on a stitch in time. So still on page 1, and as expected I didn't finish it. I wasn't expecting to anyway, but I'm very close to finishing it. There's a lot of black to be filled in underneath that key. There's a few, I think there's a bush just underneath that which goes down into the next page, but those colours need to be worked as well, and then I'll fill in that black, and there's just a little bit more of the door to fill in. So September, when this comes out again, should be just a quick matter of finishing off that page and then getting on to page 2. I've got a little bit of page 2 started, obviously the bit at the top where I work my way across. 3 and 4 I've already stitched the first 40 rows. So stitch page 2 and then slowly work my way back across over to the middle, and then once I've done that, work away across to the other side. But let's see, it'd be tight, but it'd be good if I could get these 4 pages finished off before the end of the year. But as I said, that's possibly going to be tight. There's a lot of confetti. I always think this one's going to be quicker than it is. It's not. It's going to take a while. It's confetti. But we'll see. It's a good goal to aim for. I would expect to possibly get pages 2 and maybe 3 done. So there we are. So that's it for now. Today Just Be will come out for 2 weeks. I've got a page to finish on that, and hopefully I get a further page done on that, which Actually, I'm thinking that I could finish the tour of the national parks. It's in Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group, which is exciting to be getting close to that. What else? Snow Girl comes out in September, so she hasn't been out for quite a while. Starting the next row of pages on that one. It's a lot of backgrounds, very similar colours to those of Eternal Promise, the kind of bluey grey colours. So that's why I stopped working on them at the same time. An overload of bluey grey colours. And then obviously this one, a bit of Strawberry Sampler, maybe some Faces of Fairy. We'll see how that goes because I've got the week off, so I won't have so much time to stitch that. Death by Cross Stitch as well. Be a big one for this month. So, thank you for dropping by. I hope you've had a good month. I hope you had lots of time to get some stitching done. Thank you for all your likes, subscribes, comments, all that good stuff. And I'll see you at the end next month. Bye bye.